Come to Helmuth Ford, home of the lifetime powertrain warranty.
Hi, this is Stacy from Shuttler Insurance Services. Come see me on the east side of the square in Sigourney for all your insurance needs.
Sigourney Lumber at 802 Shuffleton Street in Sigourney has all your building and project needs along with expert advice. Sigourney Lumber offers a wide variety of lumber, siding, roofing, doors, windows, cabinets, countertops, hardware, and features the Bathroom Onyx collection. For power tools and paint options, visit WashingtonLumberIA.com. Open Monday through Friday, 7 to 5, Saturdays 8 to noon. If you want quality service and experience, go to Sigourney Lumber.
Bountiful produce, quality meats, frozen favorites, and a fresh bakery. These are the qualities of Brothers Market in Sigourney. Brothers Market is proud to serve the Sigourney community and is one of several locations in Iowa, Kansas, and Missouri. For any of your grocery, meat, deli, bakery, or special order needs, shop Brothers Market at 118 South Main Street in Sigourney. Brothers Market was honored at the 2024 Iowa Hunger Summit for its efforts to serve underprivileged and disadvantaged communities. Brothers Market, a piece of the community you can count on.
There it is, right there, the sweet spot. The sweet spot of our intro music.
And the sweetest spot in Wellman is at 257 8th Avenue, right in the heart of downtown Wellman, where New Life Community Church has a ministry center where we do worship services and game nights, Super Bowl parties, popcorn eating, hot dog eating, and pop drinking, all kinds of fun stuff going on at New Life Community Church, where our motto is God, friends, and fun. And where another one of our mottos is friends share friends with their other friends. So if you need some friends, I have some friends that I can share with you, my friend.
Wow, that's a friendly conversation we're having there.
That's a pretty friendly church, I guess. Yeah. So that's our sponsor for the show today.
Yes.
Also, I'm wearing, once again, Steve, I'm wearing my
You're just full
Iowa
of Hawkeye
spirit. Yeah. This is pre-recorded, so we don't know.
Spoiler.
We don't know what happened over the weekend with Iowa men's basketball. We might be
in the dark.
In this present reality, we might be on our way to the Final Four, Steve.
Fingers crossed.
Fingers crossed.
Toes crossed.
Say a prayer. It would be
Eyes
the
crossed.
best story in college basketball. I mean, like Iowa is Cinderella right now, right? At least at the time of this recording. We might have lost horribly.
Might have got destroyed.
Or
maybe not.
Yeah, maybe not. Maybe we're on our way to the Final Four. Texas was the highest seed that kind of went to the Sweet 16. But Texas is never Cinderella.
I mean, it's Texas.
They can't be Cinderella. Cinderella isn't the biggest state.
Yeah.
They aren't the best state. They aren't the state that used to be its own country. Cinderella doesn't have oil wells. Yeah. Cinderella is poor, like Iowa, but also beautiful, like Iowa, and charming, like Iowa, and the best, like Iowa, and destined for greatness.
The belle of the ball.
The belle of the ball, even though nobody else can see it.
Yes.
But if you're watching this and you're in the state of Iowa, you know what I'm talking about, even if we lost. Yeah. But I bet we didn't. I bet we're going to the Final Four.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, so this time-traveling episode of Real Talk, we're going to get real again. We're going to talk about prayer again, Steve. Are you ready?
I'm ready.
And also, we're going to be talking about the Passover and Good Friday, because this year is the first year that New Life is going to have a Good Friday worship service.
Ooh, fun.
Because it's the first year that we have our own building.
Yeah.
So, excellent. All right. Dude. Party on, Steve. All right. And I'm not sure what time it's going to be, because it's getting planned kind of late, because we don't know how this goes, because we've never done this before. But that's kind of how we roll at New Life. We figure it out as we go along. And what I'm not figuring out as we go along is our topic for today, which is back into prayer, back into discouragement. Because if you've ever prayed at all, you probably know that it doesn't always happen. I love I don't love vending machines anymore. Putting a dollar bill in a vending machine doesn't feel good. But like, you remember when you could put 2 quarters in?
Oh yeah.
And a pop would come out, like, and you hear that chink, ka-chunk, ka-chunk, ka-chink, and then and the pop comes out, and it was all cold, and it fell down, so you had to make sure you opened it carefully.
Yeah.
Well, prayer is not like a vending machine. Vending machines are great, or used to be great, back when pop was 50 cents instead of, what is it now? It's like $2,
Probably
$3.
$2. I would say at least
something
$2.
like that. Yikes. So, but anyway, prayer's not like a vending machine. A lot of times you pray. What God really wants is he really wants the communication with you, the back and the forth. And we read in the Bible about how guys like Moses and Abraham were called friends of God. And when you talk with your friends, you don't always get what you want. Sometimes your friend's like, no, I don't want to have pizza. I want to go out for Chinese. And then, you talk about it, you work through it. That's what
and then they're
friendship
not
is
your
about.
friends anymore.
Well, I mean, if you're like Steve and you hate Chinese that much,
I'm gonna go eat pizza. you go do what you want.
okay, so let's change that. You want pizza, Steve. Your friend wants burgers.
Hey,
can you still be friends?
we'll still be friends.
Okay, all right.
Prayer answered.
Oh God, please don't give me any friends who like Chinese food. I just can't stand. What about Hoo Ha? Have you ever been to Hoo Ha?
I don't think I have.
You probably wouldn't like it. They have teriyaki sauce. It's probably too spicy for you.
Yeah.
Sweet and sour sauce is probably too spicy for you. Too exotic.
I think I could do that.
Yeah. Oh, okay. Well, maybe someday we'll get you to Hoo Ha. All right, but we're talking about prayer, not Hoo Ha. I pray that I get to eat at Hoo Ha again someday soon. Okay. So what happens when I cry out for deliverance, and why does it take so long? We're going to go back to the book of Exodus today, and because the story of the Exodus is kind of at the heart of the Passover meal that Jesus was celebrating the night before he died. So all kinds of symbolic crossover between Exodus and then the night before Jesus died, and then his crucifixion and his resurrection. All kinds of symbolism and imagery that crosses over. But the Passover story included 10 plagues that God sent on the land of Egypt. And they're, if you don't think about this, if you don't study this a little bit, the plagues might seem kind of random. But actually, each of the 10 plagues specifically targets at least one Egyptian god. Okay. So the Egyptian king, who represents all the Egyptian people, the Egyptian king is saying, no, God's people, you cannot leave. We enjoy having you as slaves. And the Egyptian people are probably like, yeah, we enjoy having other people to be slaves so that we don't have to be slaves. So the whole Egyptian system is set up to take advantage of the Israelites. And so God says, I'm not just going to, and God could have done this, right? Like he could have sent Indiana Jones with a couple of trucks and packed all the Israelites into the trucks and left in the middle of the night and just gotten them out of there, right? Mm-hmm. But God is not a God of halfway measures and sneaking out of town in the middle of the night. So God sends these 10 plagues. And last week I talked about using the power of the internet and your cell phone I don't want to call it a cheat code because that makes it sound wrong, but kind of your cheat code for doing deeper Bible study and understanding some of the background stuff. Because when I say deep, I don't mean, oh, that's so deep, man. Oh, I'm so spiritual. That's so deep. I just mean like more background information that kind of fleshes the picture out for you. So the first plague is turning the Nile into blood. Well, the Egyptians had a god named Hapi, something like that.
You probably need to roll your tongue a little. Happy.
Oh no, not that again. Hapi was the god of the Nile, and Isis was the goddess of the Nile, And the Nile was considered to be the god Osiris's bloodstream. So the God of the Hebrews says, like, no, more powerful than you. The next plague is frogs, and frogs, that targeted the goddess of fertility named Heket, who was depicted as a frog. The next plague is gnats and lice, and that targeted the god Geb, who is the god of the earth, who supposedly controlled the land's fertility. And again, God's like, no. Flies targeted Hepri, the god of creation, often presented as a fly-like creature. Plague number 5 is the death of livestock, which targeted the cow goddess Hathor, not Heather, Hathor, Apis, the bull god, and Nut, the sky goddess. Then we've got a plague of boils, which targeted the goddess Sekhmet, goddess of epidemics and healing, targeted the god Sunu, the pestilence god, and targeted Isis again, the healing goddess. Then there was a plague of hail and fire, which targeted Nut, the sky goddess, Osiris, and Set, the god of chaos and storms. Next, we get a plague of locusts, targeting Osiris and Nepri, the god of grain, and Nut. Nut gets targeted a lot here. The 9th plague is targeted against Ra, the sun god, and also Horus and Hathor. So God's just like going through this checklist of Egyptian false gods and knocking them down one after another. And finally, there's the death of the firstborn, which AI says. I did a little more background research than just looking at AI. This was just a quick reference. The death of the firstborn was a direct strike against Pharaoh himself, who was considered divine and whose son was heir to the throne, and was also considered divine. So what does this have to do with prayer? Well, here's the thing. Most of the time we pray because we want a quick fix to get ourselves out of trouble. Wait, that's natural. Like, please do pray those prayers because God does hear. But then please also be open to God answering your prayer at a much deeper depth than what you asked for. Because the Israelites asked to be delivered out of Egypt, and God says, yes, I will do that, but I'm also going to systematically destroy and defeat every one of the major gods that the Egyptians have, and you're going to get to watch it in real time. So our encouragement is when you pray and you don't see things move right away, start to think to yourself, what is the deeper, more thorough work that God is doing in my life? And just like this example comes to mind because we work with guys coming out of meth addiction and alcoholism and stuff. But just to cry out and say, oh, God, help me stop using meth. Well, God really wants to answer that prayer. But there's a whole bunch of attitudes and mindsets and belief patterns and stuff like that lie under the foundation of starting to use meth and getting trapped in meth in the first place. And God wants to take care of all of those things. And you could pick any topic and underneath the surface of, oh, I need to overcome this bad habit, this addiction, I wish this person would stop being mean to me, or whatever your prayer is. Underneath that, there's going to be a whole set of your responses to trauma, the things that you believe about mean people that drive you to behave the way that you behave. And God is determined to get down to the root of all of that stuff, which means it might take longer to accomplish what you thought you wanted God to do. And I love this example. I say, if you want lettuce, which I know you love salads and stuff,
Sure.
Steve, so you'll probably go out and plant a garden pretty soon since the weather is nice here. If you want lettuce, you can plant a couple of lettuce seeds and have lettuce in about 6 weeks.
Okay.
But if you want an oak tree,
Yeah.
like you're looking at 80 years.
Mm-hmm.
Tomatoes, couple of months. Grapevines, 5 years. Apple trees, 5 to 8 years, I think. So yeah, what do you want? Do you want a salad, or do you want something substantive? And God is always going for the substantive. So, all right, let's pack it in for there now.
Okay.
Go Hawks! We hope that they're playing.
Yes.
We'll find out. And also, again, please come join us at New Life Community Church, right in the heart of downtown Wellman. 10 o'clock on Sunday morning is our worship time. Follow us on Facebook to see when our Good Friday service is going to be. And I hope we get to see you around soon.
Awesome. Well, we thank New Life Community Church in Wellman for sponsoring our show each and every week here on Steve Shetler Media, Facebook and YouTube. Aaron, have a great rest of your day, and we'll see you back here again next week for Real Talk.